Hey everybody, this is Mr. Ruiz. I'm just going to show you real quick why you wouldn't want to use an online translator such as Google Translate and instead using an online dictionary. And so what I'm going to do is we're actually going to translate some stuff from English, which we'll just let detect the language, into Spanish. I'm going to select Spanish here, and I'm going to go into Word. Now this here is just something I wrote up real quick. It just talks about when I was a kid, I wasn't able to do online translators because the web didn't even exist yet. And it says here, just some pointed things here. It didn't come to fruition until I was away at college in my junior year at the University of Wyoming. So remember, it says junior year. And then it talks about, you don't know, many kids don't know about the pitfalls of an online translator. They don't know a lot of the linguistic differences in the languages, the cultural differences in the languages, and things like that. It says, and finally, these translators can't translate words that are misspelled, and I purposely misspelled there. And it goes on to talk about how it uses a weird combination of computer algorithms to actually detect what they should be using, not what the meaning of the writer is or anything like that. And in conclusion, I never want to see that you have used an online translator to do your work for you. Any evidence of this will automatically result in a failing grade. The same goes for having your older sibling do some of the work for you too. Do us a favor and do your own work. Remember that the reason I have you do work is to see how well you do. I don't want to see how well a computer can do it or how well your brother or sister can. So I just selected and copied it. Now I'm going to go back into Google Translate and I'm going to paste it in. And it gives us this for our Spanish. And if you look, it says, Cuando yo era un niño, right there in the very first sentence, I can tell that you've used an online translator because it's using a form of a verb that you will not learn yet. And so you haven't learned it yet. Same thing with this one. You have not learned that yet. And so we could continue on, and I could show you bunches and bunches of them. Estoy usando, we haven't learned yet. Siquiera. Vino, all of those are words that you haven't used yet. And take a look at this, mi primer año en la Universidad de Wyoming. If those of you who remember what primer means, you know that that's not junior year. And we'll continue going down. Here is our word that was misspelled and is still in English. And I know a lot of people will end up doing that, and it will still keep it in there because it was misspelled. And we'll have things in here even towards the bottom like asnos, which is something that you guys haven't learned how to do yet either. So it's really easy to figure out if somebody has used those. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to translate it back for you. And I'm going to select everything, right click, copy. Then we're going to get rid of this and go from back to English from Spanish. Okay, and now you take a look here. It says, when I was a kid, we had the ability to select automatic online translators. I do believe at the beginning I said we didn't have the ability, like the one I'm wearing right now. In fact, the web did not even exist yet, not come to fruition until when I was in college in my first year at University of Wyoming. So you can see how weird it sounds and how weird it looks. Even down here, it says, any evidence of this will automatically result in a failing grade. What does your brother do some of the work for you too? Do us a favor and do your own work. I think that kind of says enough by itself there. So that's why we don't want to use an online translator, just because it doesn't really work very well in that. It usually uses those logarithms and it decides for you what word you're going to be using. Instead, let's take a look at an online dictionary. This one is called Spanish Dict. And it's just www.spanish and then dict.com. And it's actually really good. I just put in the word part, and I wanted to see what it is in Spanish. So it gives me that. That's my English. Here is that. And if you even click on it, it'll let you hear what it sounds like. And it'll even give you some conjugations and stuff like that below. But the best part is this, sustantivo. We all know that that should be a noun. Okay, so these are the nouns. And it says, okay, for a part in the noun, it tells us all these different things that it could be, and it would be parte or pieza of a machine. So, and then if maybe it's a it's a part in a play. That would be papel, like a role. Maybe it's the part in hair or something like that. Maybe it's here we have the adverb, we have the transitive verb. So you can see all these different versions that we have. It's just, it's amazing how much information they give you here. So I would suggest that you use an online dictionary instead of using a Google Translate or something like that. And remember, if I do see evidence of Google translation, then it will automatically result in a score of 0 because I can't tell you how much you know if I'm only seeing what a computer can do. All right, I hope you take that to heart, and good luck working on projects and things. All right, thanks.